We got it finally. Yeah, finally. Okay, so if you hear some background noise, apologies. I'm one with the spirit today. So that brings me to my next point. We are indulging in nature and all things, um, nature and all things life. I am deciding to breathe. I am taking more breaths and I'm being still because I don't know if this is in the Bible. I haven't looked it up yet. So if I take a detour, excuse me why. But love listens. Love has to listen. How would you? How are you to feel if you were in a relationship where you just constantly talked, asked for things, spoke about you a lot, you know, your dreams. Like, imagine a relationship where you carried it through your own conversation. Huh? I couldn't imagine where it was constant talking and you don't even let me get a word in. Like, you don't even stop and wait or be still just to hear what I have to say, just to listen. Like, you never even closed your mouth. You never even closed your mouth. You never took a minute to just be still and listen. You didn't do that. And so, when you finally do take a moment to stop and realize what is going on around you, you realize that if I had just slowed down for a minute and looked around, I would have seen that he was already working it out for me. Everything is already working for me. Everything that I have been dreaming and praying, wanting, and my heart's desires is either already in front of me or already worked out for me or both. realistically, realistically, but you can't see that if you constantly in motion. Like, you haven't even slowed down to see what's in front of you because your eyes are not even focused in the present. Do you know the last time you stopped and watched the sun set? I mean, stopped, made an intentional effort to see it and say, I'm going to stop what I'm doing to watch the sunset. You probably don't even know what time the sunset is. Some of y'all know shade, all shade. Some of y'all don't even know what time the sunset. You just know what time you get off work. You just know what time. You just know how long you spent on the phone with somebody. Your time is divided. And when you constantly doing and not listening, not being still and trying to take a moment to just be, you would have realized that all that I want is already within me. All that who I am is already who I is. I was talking to somebody earlier and they said, it's okay if you don't know who I am. Because God knows who I am. And when we stop and listen, okay, tell him he's here. He is with us. He is speaking to us. He's been telling us stuff all along. We just ain't never listened. Because when you really look back, you realize he had been saying it all along. But we're not still. We don't listen. We just constantly filling our schedule. We talking too much. So I've been sitting with the spirit. I've been dealing with the spirit. What verse? I don't know. No idea. And I'll probably type it in the bio if I listen back to it and catch if you picking up what I'm putting down. But it's all about the spirit. And you take a moment to nurture that relationship that comes with, being equally yoked is not what everybody think it is. We're looking for certain hobbies and similar interests and characteristics. And no, equally yoked is having a balance when it comes down to who and what we pour our love into. And so spiritually, I ain't been, you know what I'm saying? This cup been a little empty for a minute. I probably can't remember last time I just sat still and listen. And we do it when it's scheduled. We're fasting and da 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 da. And I get it. That's good. But you got to refill your spiritual bank. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. Peace.